What's good with y'all? I go by Hypnautic, one half of Top Flight Empire, also the COO and co-founder of the Qoncert app, full-time artist for almost half my life. Okay, this is what I'm talking to you about today is touring and when you should do it, why you should do it, and where you should go when you do it, and where do you even start?
Will only change when the pain is staying the same. Greater than the pain of change that was fame. Just another name that fades. Just a flame in the dark when you feel lost pain. The arcade.
All right, so I'm going to start with when. When you're ready to tour, it's like and everyone's going to give different advice. The reason I give this advice is because I have the Qoncert app and we make touring easy. And touring could be spot dates, market to market. It could be a 5 show stop. It could be 3 shows, or it could be 30 shows. It's really where you're at, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Okay, so when you should do it is after you headline your own show in your hometown and you could bring 20 to 40 people out in your hometown is when I would suggest start playing with the idea of moving to a market. I'd start closer versus further, but depending where you're at on the map. I have some artists from Texas who just do shows everywhere but where they're from because that's just what they choose to do, and it seems to work for them. So when you should do it, headline when you could at least headline one show, or you have the finances to move around. And I think a lot of artists get stuck in their hometown because they get comfortable. It's a little nerve-wracking or expensive when you're trying to go an hour away or 2 hours away or 4 hours away or take a flight and do a show. But there's also something empowering about it. And I think the key to all of this is building community. And artists sometimes they just want to look for fans and they don't know where to go. But I think what they should also do is I knock my dog out the room, going crazy on me, crying, wants attention. All right, so on the win part, when you're ready is once you can headline one show, whether it's in your hometown or somewhere else, and bring 20 to 30 people. I think once you kind of figure out how do I get these people out to a show, you can copy and paste that method to other markets, right? Um, we always start with our friends, family, and coworkers. That's where a lot of people start off at first because that's the low hanging fruit. But those only last like 2 to 5 shows, sometimes 10, and then they're pretty much out of here. So you start with the people you know to kind of build that buzz. From those people is when you start networking with other artists. The artists on the show sometimes are the quickest way they'll become the biggest supporters because they're on the same journey you are, and they just it's just easier to build fans when you have fans to attract more fans. And the community, like when you build a community or you team up with people, it makes it a little bit easier. So once you kind of figure out, okay, this is how I got 20 people in this market, that's when you can start copying and pasting in all these markets. And it's a slow start. And if you only do 5 people, if you figured out how to get 5 new people in your hometown and you want to go an hour away and try it out, do it because you're never gonna fail doing shows. You could do 100 shows and not bring anybody, and you're gonna get better. Over time, you learn how to perform each song, you learn how to network, you learn how to break those nerves getting on stage in front of people you've never met. So why you want to do it is it's like you don't want to say stagnant, right? When artists get so stagnant and they get so comfortable in their hometown that they don't ever move cities. And when you don't move your city, you're stuck, right? There's always this wave, and even me being an artist, I see it all the time. Is like you could be really big in your hometown, but if you don't get out, your wave dies. And it's like if you could be big in your hometown, you could be a legend in other people's hometowns because they don't know you. And all they're seeing you as is an artist. In your hometown, they know everything about you, good, bad, relationship status, all these things that really don't matter. But so why you want to do it is just it perfects the craft, and it also just helps you expand your community. And algorithms love it when you have people from other markets really engage with you. It's easy to do this, right? Now, where you want to go, like I said kind of before, was like I always start 5 hours in every direction, 8 hours in every direction. The lowest hanging fruit is if I could drive there and come back, that's perfect because it's cheaper. When you have to start getting hotels and stuff, you can go the sponsorship route and that works a lot of the time, but it's also not really that easy at the beginning route. So I'm from Denver, so Denver's easy for me. I was kind of blessed to be here because Denver, I have all these markets that are really close, and that's kind of how we started our whole career. We would drive 1 hour to Greeley, drive 1 hour to Fort Collins, drive 1 hour to Springs, 2 hours to Pueblo, 4 hours to Grand Junction. And then you have all these other towns that, depending on what season it is, they pop in. So just really start where you're at and just start tapping in with these cities, tapping in with the artists, tapping in with the community, the businesses. I like to go, like when I go to a new town, I like to go into every shop and just meet the people. Just what's up? I'm on my first tour here and I want to get to know you. And that's how I used to get a lot of sponsors, was just building connection. You know, in the first round, you're just figuring out who's who. Your second round, you're like, yo, I'm going to be in town on this day. Can I come by? Can I do an in-store signing? It's, you know, $200 and I'll come bring all my fans to your spot. We'll sign autographs, take pictures. So I really say just take advantage of this. The Qoncert app, we make it free. A lot of town buyers are going to say they'll book you, but really, if you're not selling tickets and if you're not if you're not super on point, they probably won't mess with you anymore. All I ask is, like, you do your first round. I understand mistakes happen, right? But if you just keep moving, you keep moving. I have one artist that he got a flight pass, you know what I mean? And this artist on our app, Airborne, he got a flight pass and he just be popping out to different cities. And at first I'm like, what are you doing? Like he's just showing up to all these different cities. I'm like, it's expensive. He's like, I spent $500 a year on a flight pass. And after his first run, he starts meeting people to stay with. So it gets cheaper and cheaper. Now when you can start selling tickets in each market, you're winning, right? So I would say touring is not that hard. It's really important. And when I say tour, I don't mean the big tour. I mean the small, compact, just build like this. I'm talking to the artists, and this is where I think a lot of artists get it twisted. Is like, I'm talking to artists who make $0 to $100,000 a year. They have 0 to 100 fans, 0 to 1,000 fans. Beginners, that the ones that aren't fully embedded into their career yet, but they're trying to figure out how to do it. I'll give you this information because I've done it, and I know how challenging it is. So number one, just start. Just start. Up on the Qoncert app, pick a show, do your thing, and wherever you land on that one, 0 tickets sold, 100 tickets sold, come to the table and be like, what can I do different? What can I do better? Because your first show might be great. Your second show might not be so great, but if you keep going, you're going to figure it out. It bounces out, right? The first time we upload a video, it may get 1,000 views, but the second time it gets 200. I'm doing this YouTube channel at the beginning, and some videos get 10 views and some videos get more. It's just, who cares? Like, just keep going and you figure it out. You figure out the method. One last little tip and trick that I say for touring, like once you book 2, 3, 4 dates, this is where it comes in handy. Like, let's say you're going to go to another city. You could just be like, hit up every hotel and be like, hey, I'm on a tour. I'm going to show up to your hotel and create content, and I need a free room for the night in exchange for this content I'm going to create, and I'm going to tell all my fans about your hotel. If you call 10 places, you'll probably get one free hotel. And this same concept works copy and paste when you hit up businesses and this and that. When you say, hey, I'm on a tour, it makes it a little bit bigger for the businesses, and they want to get involved just a little bit more. So hopefully this thing helps. Please reach out if you got any questions. I'm here to help. I'm just trying to get this thing started. So like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And I'll go by Hypnautic. Peace out.